Table. Doesn't she only have like 2 tables to her name? I just went through that complete wagon. Whatever it is, I just went straight through it.
May I ask if Miss Xiongling and Chef Mao are here?
Oh, Sung.
Yeah, they're just over there. Wait a sec. Aren't you?
Oh, she had to apologize.
So, what would you like to... You're...
Hello, Miss Xiongling. It's me, Lu Xiongxiong, the one who broke some stuff here at your restaurant a few days ago.
At least she can pronounce her own name correctly, if no one else does.
I just wanted you to know how sorry I am. I honestly don't know what came over me. Please forgive me.
Oh, it's you. You really gave me a fright that day, young lady. You didn't actually get food poisoning from our blackback perch stew, right?
Come on, Dad. She's come to say sorry. It's all right, Miss Lou. You must have been feeling a bit off that day. You're looking so much better now, though. Why don't you grab a table, too? This one's on the house.
Xiongling, you gotta be, like, out of house and home if you just keep feeding everybody.
No, I couldn't possibly.
Hey, it's totally okay. We all feel under the weather sometimes, especially when we're away from home. Go on, find yourself yikes. Looks like all the tables are taken.
Ah, there's 3 tables. There's one around the back I didn't notice.
Wanna come sit with us? We've got an extra seat over here.
Must be fate, huh?
Thanks, guys. So what would you like to eat today? Feel free to order anything you like.
I should very much like to sample your renowned poisonous blackback perch stew.
It wasn't poisoned. That was all on me.
So that's 1 portion of blackback perch stew. How about you guys? Paimon wants...
Since it's on the house, why don't you choose for us? Because otherwise Paimon's gonna like order your entire menu times 5. And you can't afford that. So you may as well just make the decisions, ma'am.
Sure thing. Looks like Paimon's having trouble making up her mind. Anyway, I guarantee you'll love it. Let me think. Well, since the blackback perch stew is on the spicier side,
Yeesh.
I guess it makes sense to balance it out with a serving of stir-fried shrimp.
I don't really like any of the options you're putting down. I like stir fry. Stir fry's great. Depending on what's in it. Don't eat shrimp though. In Australia, I guess we call them prawns, and I don't eat the big, massive, giant things. Vomit. I can only eat the tiny little baby little things that are like less centimeter in length or less, and I can't eat it by itself. It most definitely has to be with like a stir fry or fried rice. Probably fried rice though. But I don't even know what a blackback perch is. But it sounds like a fish I don't eat, because I don't eat many fish. I only eat a handful of white ones, and that's about it.
And since it's lantern rite season, you better try out the triple layered consomme and
Nope.
come and get it too.
Nope.
Those are our seasonal specialties.
I'm not an adventurous eater. It doesn't sound like anything I would eat.
As for the carbs, since we've got a full table, how about some right at home? Along with our special chili mince cornbread buns.
No.
Trust me, you won't be disappointed.
I don't eat spicy things, so your chili's right out the window. I don't know why we have these weird names, though. Why can't you just give us the Chinese name for it? Because it just sounds stupid translating into English.
Then for dessert, I'll whip you up some Lucky Snow Delight.
I don't know what that is.
I just came up with it a few days ago, and I can't wait for you to try it.
What is it? Is there a lot of sugar in it?
Wow! Sounds like quite the feast. Looks like Paimon's in luck today.
Am I the only one who thinks that's way too much?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how much money she's losing on this.
Not at all. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. And to top it all off, our star dish, Adeptus Temptation. You should know that we don't often serve this here at Wanmin Restaurant.
This is the second time I've noticed that the apostrophe S hasn't been pronounced correctly. Was it Chun-Li who said it before? It flagged a couple minutes ago when it's, say Adeptus. Adeptus already ends in an S. So for American English, you just put an apostrophe. For UK English, you would put apostrophe S, even though it ends in an S, regardless. But you would pronounce it Adeptuses. She's only pronouncing one S. She said Adeptus Temptation, but that's not how you pronounce the word, regardless of the punctuation and letters involved. It should be Adeptuses, technically. Yeah, no, it just looks weird to me because it's in American with the single apostrophe. I'm used to seeing it with an extra S, but you're supposed to pronounce both S's, ma'am.
But since this is my first time cooking for the White Horse Adeptus, I'm pulling out all the stops.
It still feels weird that we haven't given this woman a name to these characters. We have in game, but not to these characters. Even the Traveler doesn't know her name in this form.
Okie dokie, just sit back and relax. I'll have your dishes out in no time.
Got some
Hold on.
beefcakes on the table
Did I
next to
just
us.
hear Miss Xiangling
Not that
mention
one.
the White Horse Adeptus?
You did indeed. And you're looking right at her.
You're looking at a third of her.
That's a joke, by the way. She's cosplaying.
Oh, I see. Phew, almost believed you there for a moment.
Tell me, little one, what business might you have with the White Horse Adeptus?
It's a long story. Basically, a while back, I took part in an archaeological dig over at the chasm. While we were there, we discovered a number of relics.
Question, what is the name of the chasm in Chinese? In, well, the Chinese version of this game. Because I'm sure it sounds really cool and dramatic. I mean, the chasm does too, but I'm just curious as what it sounds like in Chinese. I could totally just, I'm sitting here, freaking Googling it. Even though it takes forever because I'm having to use my phone because recording's a thing. Genshin, the chasm in Chinese. Assuming it understands what I'm asking for. The chasm is officially known in Chinese as, that's my opinion, Zhangyan Du Yuan. To see, so Zhangyan Du Yuan. It's not as cool as I thought it would be, purely because it's 4 characters, so it's quite long. But the translation's cool. It's the huge abyss of stratified rock. That sounds way cooler than the chasm. Okay. I'm satisfied.
Our findings show that they date back to the era of Long Gone, an ancient nation whose people are said to have been the ancestors of some of the modern-day inhabitants of Chenyu Vale.
And why might such matters concern the White Horse Adeptus?
Because some of those relics not only seem to contain textual references to her, but even depictions of what she looked like. There have long been legends claiming that the White Horse Adeptus was a deity of that era, but there are plenty of other theories out there too. If I could just locate some more detailed records, I'm sure we'd be able to find out so much more.
And I appreciate that you have a driving desire to find your detailed records. But may I remind you, you're looking in the chasm. The literal remnants, the ruined remnants of what was long gone.
So you're into history?
Well, to tell you the truth, I actually joined the archaeological team by sheer accident. But once I'd started down this path, I knew that I wanted to make something of myself.
I'm sorry, how does one end up on an archaeological team by accident? How does that even happen?
Recently, though, things seem to have taken a turn for the worse. Still can't believe I caused such a mess and even ended up hurting someone.
Oh, so you're considering becoming a martial artist now instead?
No.
No, I mean, they weren't seriously hurt. It was just a few scratches, and they let it go after my mother compensated them.
You know, that really wasn't your fault.
Either way, my career's pretty much over. And even though both the victim and the Ministry of Civil Affairs say they won't be pursuing the matter any further, my father says he's going to punish me according to our family rules.
Okay, and what does that punishment entail? Because the family rules are different for every family. Also, how does that preclude? Is that the word I'm looking for? You from still following your career? You know, you already have a job and no one's stopping you from doing it. Neither the victim nor the Ministry of Civil Affairs are prohibiting you from doing your job. Maybe that's the word I was looking for. So how would your family rules stop you?
Family rules?
Yeah, it's a Chinese thing.
Yeah, he's decided to ground me. I'll have to return to Chaoying Village after Lantern Rite. And goodness knows when I'll be allowed to leave again.
I was just about to say, ma'am, are you not an adult? How is he supposed to be able to ground you? And then remember that it's Chinese, so, makes sense.
Wow, that's harsh. Sounds like the kind of thing only rich, super traditional parents would do.
Only rich, super traditional families have family rules by one, so you would be right on the nose with that one.
We're not exactly rich, though. All we own are a few tea fields in Chaoying Village and a guest house in Liyue Harbor.
Good lord. Yes, you do have money.
A guest house? It isn't Baiju Guest House by any chance?
Ah, so Boss Lou must be your father.
Yep, he's my grandfather.
Grandfather, whatever.
So you've heard of the guest house before?
So you're the daughter of the guy who wants to change the name, right?
Small world, huh? Come to think of it, didn't Boss Lou mention something about hoping that the White Horse Adeptus would show up and let her divine power be known?
Well, she showed up all right. At least part of it did.
Sure, but Paimon's guessing this wasn't exactly what he had in mind.
Shh, keep it down. Small fry.
Little one, it sounds to me that your family is rather well off after all. What then drew you to archaeology? Why subject yourself to such unnecessary hardships?
Even if I stayed at home, there's no guarantee I'd lead a nice, easy life. Just look at my father. Recently, my grandfather put him in charge of the guest house, and he came up with a bunch of ideas right away, starting with changing its name. That didn't turn out well, though. My grandfather yelled at him for days, even calling him a bad son, and they still haven't let it go.
Oh, Paimon thinks we might have heard about that too.
Long story short, being dependent on others is never fun.
Agreed.
You just end up being completely under their thumb.
Very much agreed.
That's why I want to make it on my own out here, no matter how hard it is. After all, as the saying goes, to rise above others, one must endure the hardest of hardships.
It's fine. I don't mind the saying. I don't know how much of my history I've ever shared, but I wanted to be an archaeologist at one point in time. I very much wanted to be an archaeologist. I love ancient history. I love mythology specifically, so that probably would have been more what I would like branch into. But as I started seriously looking into studying it for university, I realized that I was going to be spending all my time like bent over in the sun, like digging through the dirt to, you know, actively dig and look for things. And I'm just like, yeah, that is not the life for me. So then I changed my interest to wanting to be an historian because I get to skip the practical back-breaking labor part of it and just get to focus more on the research theoretical side of it, which was way better for me because I'm technically more an intellectual than a physical kind of person. So I was going to be an historian. And in my final year of school, I actually had my application forms for Oxford University in English, and I was filling them out, and I was getting my reference from my ancient history teacher, and that's where I was going to go and what I was going to do. And then I decided to study writing instead. So, yeah, there's a little snapshot in the last few years of my history life, my high school life.
What's so funny about that?
You poor, innocent little creatures never fail to amuse me. To think you would endure all manner of hardships in your brief time on this mortal plane, and all that merely to rise above others. I would have thought that the wiser path would be to simply roam this world as I do.
Not everybody is like you, though. Not everybody likes a life of roaming aimlessly. I think it sounds horrible, but I'm the kind of person who always needs to have a task at hand. I need to focus on something.
Huh?
Tell me, what is it that you truly delight in? Archaeology? Martial arts? Tea planting? Or perhaps the keeping of a guest house?
What I delight in?
I mean, I would have assumed archaeology because no one pushed her into it. She fell into it and she seemed to be pursuing it quite well.
Yes! Surely there must be something you don't find quite so exhausting. Whatever delights you should not feel like a burden.
Burden and exhausting are two different things, though I suppose it depends on your definition and usage of exhausting in this particular sentence. Because you could absolutely be exhausted by something you love if it's a physical endeavor.
But do things like that really exist?
Of course! Take Miss Xiangling, for instance. I defy you to detect even a hint of hardship on her face when she wields her walking spatula.
Fact.
So, since it seems you are resolved to tread the rocky path, you should strive with all your might to pursue that which brings you delight.
I appreciate your rhyming, but it's not so easy to say that. You know, there is something bigger to consider, Zitiao, money. To be able to pursue that which brings you delight, you need to have the money to be able to afford to do so, because most of the things that people delight in isn't profitable. And therefore you need to keep yourself afloat by other means. Do you think I like working retail, ma'am? Fucking hate it. But I need to keep the roof over my head. So it's nice that I found things that bring me delight, but that doesn't bring me any money.
You mean, like cosplay?
I suppose you might say that.
Looks like the White Horse Adeptus is really getting into her role.
I think I get what you mean then. Maybe I should have a chat with Miss Xiongling before I head home.
Yeah, but that's not helping me understand where you're going. Do we never get to know what you choose? What you pick as your delight in life?
Okay, everyone. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's your food.
Yeah, I can see it. You got steam rising on the screen.
Wow. It all smells so good.
It looks so bloomy. My eyeballs.
Finally, I get to try that famous poisonous stew.
Hey, didn't you hear what Shang said?
Shang
It wasn't you. If anyone's to blame, it's that other you. What's up?
How fiercely this mortal fare burns upon the tongue.
Oh, she's crying. Yeah, don't have the perch stew. It's spicy. Oh, I hate spicy food. Look, pasty white bitch. I can't eat spice. You and the others devour the food set before you. Once you've all finished, Lu Xiangzeng stays behind to ask, yeah, whatever. We go places.
Most satisfying as poisonous stews go. So where to now? Time, I think, to seek out some diversion.
Define diversion. What kind of thing are you looking for?
Oh, there's plenty of entertainment options in Liyue. Paimon will tell you that. The locals like to drink tea, walk their pets, play chess, watch operas, attend storytelling performances.
Storytelling performances?
You know, like listening to people telling stories. They're usually based on old Liyue legends, just like their operas. Stuff like The Divine Damsel of Devastation, Through the Eyes of a Dragon, or The Sanctification of Tao Do.
That's a big word for you, Paimon.
What about the story of the bright moon that sits in the sky above us?
Does he have one about that? I don't know about that.
Paimon doesn't think she's heard that one.
We can ask.
Still, the moon does come up quite a lot. It's even in the name itself. The Yue in Liyue actually means moon.
Does it? I've never looked up the translation. I think I'm translating Chinese to English. Yue. It does indeed mean moon. Oh my god. What about Li? Well, actually, I don't know the spelling of it. Plum? Plum moon? Is that really what we're going for here? Who knows?
Since we're on the subject, you like telling stories yourself, right? Why don't we go check it
Then
out?
what's sun? I'm sorry, my Chinese is not as good as it ought to be. Sun. Oh, I actually already knew that. Taeyong. No, I knew that one. Now that it's put in front of me, yeah, no, I knew that one.
In that case, I'll have to trouble the two of you to lead the way.
Awesome! Let's go! Third round knockout, here we come!
See, that's where I thought we were going originally, to be honest. Because then you can get food and atmosphere at the same spot. But whatever. I don't want you. I don't want you. I want you. I still don't know. Should I pull for Zabai? I know there's only one there, but I've got that. But I don't know if I need Zabai. Am I ever going to use her as perhaps the more pivotal question? I don't know. Oh, I had a feeling we'd be running into Yunjin. Shit, was that your name, ma'am? We're going to find out in 2 seconds, but to hell with it. I wish I could sort y'all alphabetically or some shit. Like, how am I supposed to know who's where? I have to manually sift through you bastards. Just put it alphabetically. Yeah, Yunjin. Or did I say Yunjin? Might have said Yunjin. Yunjin! And Iron Tongue Tian. That's his name, right?
What a tongue twister. I'd have made a complete fool of myself if I tried to say it on stage without practicing it first.
Wait, is this the gift that she's giving in return for the gift she received from Zhongli. Something like that on the first episode. I don't remember.
Call yourself Iron Tongue, Tien. Wobbly Tongue, Tien, more like.
I used to have that problem a lot, but if you just take your time to grasp the meaning and commit it to memory, you'll be able to say it smoothly in no time.
You're right, Miss Yoon. I'll give it another try.
Hey, Yunchin! Fancy seeing you here! What are you two talking about?
Ah, Traveler and Paimon, we meet again. And who, may I ask, is this?
Don't look at me. I didn't get her name. No, Traveler didn't get her name.
You may call me the White Horse Adeptus.
But she has a name. Why does she not go by Zutiao? Is there like an arrogance here or a narcissism level that I'm unaware of?
The White Horse Adeptus?
She's not really an adeptus.
She's just cosplaying as one because let's go with the anachronisms.
I see. Well, it certainly looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, funny you mention it. This type of thing is actually something I'm quite familiar with.
I'm alarmed.
Once, to perform through the eyes of a dragon, I decided to imagine that I was Rex Lapis himself. It was the only way to truly inhabit his mindset and understand his resolve to quell those demons.
So can I point out that's actually quite normal for actors? The fact that you've only done it once alarms me and shows that you're not really immersing yourself in your craft as much as you could / should.
Sounds like you just wanted an excuse to feel all big and powerful.
Hey, you just don't understand how inspiration works.
You're one to talk. Paimon's traveled all over with the Traveler, and she's seen things that would make your jaw drop.
To be fair, that's why bards are a thing. Because they travel, they see events, and then they sing or create poems or whatever about it. Like troubadours. Old mate Tian is kind of just staying stagnant and relying on old stories to make his craft.
All right, then.
His stories.
Since you claim to be so knowledgeable, why don't you prove it by reciting an ancient poem?
An ancient poem? Which one?
That's the name of it, Paimon.
Ha! See? You mean to tell me you've never even heard of the ancient poem called An Ancient Poem?
What kind of a title is that?
Quit teasing, Paimon. We only just found out about that ourselves. He's talking about the writing on those ancient relics. When we first saw it, we couldn't figure out what it all meant. So in the meantime, we decided to just refer to it as an ancient poem.
Oh, you named it thus. That's less exciting.
However, thanks to the painstaking work of the scholars who were tasked with decoding it, it seems like that's exactly what it was. Or rather, an ode offered in veneration of the moon and the White Horse Adeptus.
Oh, yeah. Didn't Kuching mention that before? It's got something to do with Long Gone, right?
That is correct. The Ministry of Civil Affairs has issued a notice stating that, although it is true that the moon may disappear tonight, we should be in no danger. In other words, there's nothing to fear.
We, excluding Zurbai. She's in danger.
But if you're worried, we can always take a leaf from the Book of the Ancients. By reciting this poem, I mean, and calling for the White Horse Adeptus's aid. If we do that, I'm certain she'll protect our moon and keep us safe.
Yay, she pronounced the double S.
Oh, seriously? Paimon has to get a look at this.
Sorry, I was putting lip balm on. I wasn't ready to be reading. An ancient poem. Under moon eternal in radiant night, a maiden grants silk soft and light. Under moon iridescent in night divine, a maiden grants fibre for cloth so fine. Under moon of frost in night so great, a maiden grants tools to divine our fate. The fields are ploughed, the seeds are sown, and from this earth life is grown. The seedlings stretch, the crops do rise, and all unfolds before our eyes. Fruits are gathered, sweet wine is poured, these gifts we offer to our Lord. Pure as heaven, so fair and bright, she shines as light in this dark night, and with her does this wish take flight. Shorter than I expected. Yeah, I already read it, woman.
Something about fields being...
The fields are plowed, the seeds are sown, and from the earth life is grown.
Bravo! Bravo! We have an expert in our midst. Looks like this young lady really does know her role inside out. If I didn't know any better, I'd have taken her for the real deal.
That's because I am the real deal.
That's the spirit. This is exactly the kind of mindset I was talking about. Behold, mortals, I am none other than the indomitable Rex Lapis himself. Kneel before my godly splendor.
I wish Zhongli was walking past right at that moment and heard that. That's hilarious.
Believe me, young lady, I know exactly why you do it. Back in the day, I was just like you.
I must say you are rather amusing as mortals go.
Miss White Horse Adeptus, it is a great pleasure to make your acquaintance today. I have some questions regarding the poem, and I was wondering, perhaps, if you might be able to shed some light on it?
I'm surrounded by too many Geo users.
You want me to explain the full meaning of its verses?
I mean, it was kind of self-evident, wasn't it?
Your guidance would be much appreciated.
Fascinating. Tell me, do all the people of Liyue still express such reverence for the ancient ways?
Well, it's true that we hold a deep fondness for our history, but it is hardly our only pursuit. One of my good friends, for instance, is even more devoted to the modern Fontanian art of rock and roll.
Exactly. And don't forget, great practitioners of the role-playing arts walk among us too. People like me and you, young lady.
Yes. So rather than placing too much emphasis on our reverence for the ancient ways, it might be better to say that here in Liyue, 100 passions bloom, each with a voice of its own.
I see. Then, I suppose it wouldn't do any harm for me to enlighten you. In truth, it is but a simple poem of blessings. Its meaning is this. As the eternal moon rises in the night sky, a maiden adorned with lustrous jade descends upon the earth. She blesses the kudzu vines and mulberry leaves, so that they may be used to make coarse cloth that is nevertheless soft, light, and comfortable to wear. As the iridescent moon rises in the night sky, a maiden adorned with lustrous jade descends upon the earth. She blesses the kudzu vines and hemp, so that they may be used to make fine, luxurious cloth. As the frost moon rises in the night sky, a maiden adorned with lustrous jade descends upon the earth. She blesses the mugwort and artemisia, so that they may be perfect for divination.
So she really did come down from the moon?
She shows the people how to use the plow and spade to purge the land of weeds, till the soil, and heap up the earth to make it fertile. Then with the hoe, she teaches them to sow their grain, bestowing the promise of life upon every seed. She blesses the millet and the beans, ensuring that their stalks and vines stretch forth without end. She graces the wheat and the rice, so that their heavy heads are filled with plump, glistening grain.
Yeah, I prefer the poem. It was shorter and more succinct, but said the exact same thing. I'm not quite sure why we had to make it such a long version.
Sounds like she's a real pro at all this farming stuff.
The fruits of the field are harvested and brewed into sacred wine for honored guests. This we reverently present to the divine maiden, with every ceremonial step flawlessly observed, so that she may witness the depth of our piety and respect. Oh, divine maiden, how can your graceful presence in the sky not seem like that of a fairy descending from the heavens? Oh, divine maiden, how does your pure and radiant form not resemble the guardian spirit of our land? I send my heart's desire, ascending to the heavens, beseeching you to grant us good fortune and blessings in the coming year.
Huh? So, that's what it's supposed to mean?
I find myself speechless, moved beyond the power of words to convey. Oh, young lady, you have shown me the heights to which a true role player might aspire.
A truly remarkable performance. I did not anticipate that anyone could unravel this poem with such depth and clarity. And so soon after the Ministry of Civil Affairs notice, too.
I love how she's engaging in telepathy because her lips did not move.
I'd even begun to consider myself somewhat versed in the matter. But as they say, there's always someone more knowledgeable out there. Allow me to extend my thanks to you, Miss Whitehorse Adeptus.
You are far too humble, young one. I must confess, it is I who have been surprised. Not only by you, but also by this Liyue Harbor of the present day.
Ah, so you're not from Liyue. And what, may I ask, has surprised you about it?
Oh, it's nothing really. Just some old memories scattered here and there. Very well, my guides. I suppose it is time we set forth on the next part of
There's
our
more?
excursion. I'd like to go see that wharf now. What say the two of you?
I say I've been doing this third quest for an hour already. We're not done yet.
We'll take you wherever you want.
Oh, leaving so soon? Before you go, allow me to introduce myself. I am Yunjin, director of the Yunhan Opera Troupe. May I ask your name in return?
My own name is scarcely worth mentioning, but since you asked, perhaps I'll tell you the title of that poem
Why is she
instead.
being so coy about her name?
Huh? So, it isn't actually called an ancient poem?
Were you not just listening? Yunjin just said it wasn't called that. That's just what they were calling it.
Of course not. Its real title is Odes of Long Zabai.
Odes of Long, Zabai.
All right then, until we meet again.
I guess if I do that, it's just gonna, yep. That's what I thought, but I also thought I'd double check. Oh, he's just gonna be in his normal mode. Never mind. Why are we back on Skirk? Thank you.